Ah, good. We are live. I was just, thank you. I was just trying to use my phone to post a message in the group to see if everybody had got my message. But thankfully, I'm just going to post a note in the group as well. Just let me know who you are. I'm going to go to the chat and I'm going to look for your comments. Just let me know who you are, please, so I know whether we are going live in the group and you have found me, or whether I'm going live on Fearless Soul Tribe and you just happen to be passing and thought, oh, that looks interesting. Hi, Anne-Marie. Sarah Jane, you're here. Hello, Sarah. Good afternoon. So lovely to see you here. Good. Just let me know, am I live in the group now? So you've seen me, you've managed to log on. I'm assuming that everyone can see me in our group, 5 ways in 5 days to love yourself more. Just give me a thumbs up or a yes so that I know I'm speaking to the right people. Are we live in the group? Sarah Jane, Sarah, Zara, I remember who you are, my darling. Hello there, Alison. It's really good to see you here, Sarah. Sarah, I hope I'm saying that correctly. We will get to speak personally one-to-one. I'm going live in the group. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Thank you. Okay, we're just going to wait for, I wonder if I should just put a little message in the group to say we're here. We are live now. It seems that I can't do that because my phone is showing me that I have to schedule this message. I don't want to schedule the message. Hi, Anne-Marie. Got a notification in the group. Whoop, whoop. Gosh, look at all this tech. Good evening, Yvette. So lovely to see you. Really, really good to see you. Okay. Oh, I picked up all my papers. Oh, my gosh. Look, you can see all of this. Obviously, you know this isn't mine. You know this isn't Lacey. So I've got all my papers here and we are ready to rock and roll. Great. We've got 5. I'm so happy to see you all here. This is the 5 people that want to make a difference to their life. This is the 5 people that are stepping forward and saying, you know what? I've realized that if I want to make a change in my life, I have to do something different to get something different. And that's why I'm here now. So first of all, before we say anything else, I want to say thank you. Thank you on behalf of your higher self who already knows what it wants for itself. That's given you that extra nudge to say, I think we might be able to find it here. Let's just log on and see. So I'm saying thank you. Massive respect to the higher part of you and to you as well. Thank you. We have 6. I'm going to just wait a couple of minutes because we're only 3 minutes in. I know lots of people wanted to log on today. I wonder how your day has been. It's been beautiful outside, hasn't it? I've been working feverishly all day to make sure that this experience is going to be perfect for you because I know what's coming for you. I know how much this 5 days, and it's only 5 days, but I tell you what, in 5 days, you can achieve so much. At the end of this 5 days, imagine this, you will absolutely be somebody different. You will have different thoughts, you will have different perspectives, and you will have different answers to the questions that you've been asking yourself that have kept you stuck, that have kept you limited, that have kept you playing small, that have taken your voice. Look at all these lovely people. My first grandson arrived this morning. Chester. Oh, that's lovely. Congratulations, Sarah. I had a little grandson 2 weeks ago and he was called Jaden. And I've got a little Oscar and Chester. Look at that. Thank you for sharing that with us. Isn't that lovely? That's Alison there. Congratulations. Welcome, Alison. Welcome. Okay, right. For those, I'm going to respect the people that are here on time because I think that's good manners, and the others will have to catch us on replay. And don't worry, they usually do. I'm going to pull this down a bit so you can see me a little bit clearer. Okay, now you can post your questions and your comments in the group. Pardon? Yeah. That was my daughter asking me. She's gone like a butterfly. She's gone. So it's just us. It's very personal. So first of all, I want to, hey Anne-Marie, I'm unsure where I'm meant to be. Bless her, Kerry. The notification was in the group, which is why I said, you see now why it's so important to click on those 3 dots in the actual group because it will notify you every time I'm doing something. I'm in my page already live. So log in to the page. What should she see when she gets in on the page, people? Was it very obvious? I'm assuming that everyone here has been clever enough to actually do the notifications. That's why you all knew straight away. This lady's struggling, Kerry Adams. She doesn't know where to go. I wonder what it looks like in the group, because obviously I am in the group, but I'm on the other side of it. So I don't know what that notification bell looks like. I'm assuming that it will be very obvious in the group. Anyway, hopefully she'll find us. So, are you excited about the next 5 days? I'm so excited, because I remember when I started my journey, and I remember I was a whole bunch of emotions, really. I knew something had to change. I wasn't sure how to change it, and I was really scared about how that was going to look. Oh, she's 5 ways in. I don't see you. Ladies, help me out. What is this? I've just had a message from my buddy saying she's not sure where to find us. Is that Kerry? Can you let her know how you made it here, Alison? Thank you so much, because is it Kerry that's your friend? She sent me a link. She says, I don't see you. How did you find out? How did you get here? And Lucy, I love you. Please, can you just put a message in the group telling them how you got here, or how they can get here, because this lady's struggling. What did she see in the group? Is it playing? Where is it playing? I'm just, I don't know, because I'm on the other side. Just go to your notification bell. Okay. Go to bell. Go to the notification bell. Where is that to be found? Where does she find the notification bell? Is it on the right-hand side? Is it those 3 dots? In Fearless Soul Tribe. Okay. Go to the notification bell. Go to Fearless Soul Tribe. I'm sorry, people. This always happens at the beginning, because people don't know how to do these things. So we're going to be patient. Go to page Fearless Soul Tribe. You will see me. Okay. Right. Go to the bell and Fearless Soul Tribe. Jackie Cave. Oh, Jackie, we do want Jackie here. Alison, can you let her know how you found it? When you go into Fearless Soul Tribe, you are right there live. I know. It just seems so obvious, doesn't it, Sarah? Unless you're on the other side struggling to get in. Hopefully she will do that. In fact, do you know what? Let me send her a link to the page. That might help her a little bit more. Let me send her a link to the page. Kerry Adams. Do bear with me. I'm really appreciative of the fact that Jackie Cave. I'm here. Well done, Jackie. I wish they was all as clever as you. No, I'm being a little bit facetious, really, because if you're not on social media all the time, then how would you know, to be quite honest? How do I send a link to Fearless Soul Tribe? Yeah, I'm Jackie. Yeah, I'm here now. Beautiful. Love that. Now I'm just trying to send another lady here. Oh, gosh, how do you do the settings? And then how do you send? Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Let's have a look how you actually do this. How do I send? Oh, this is it. No, that's not it. How do you send the group? Is it this one? Page was. I don't know how I can share above here. Share above here. Her name is she's Kerry Adams. This lady's name. Oh, it says I'm not allowed to do that. Oh yeah, Kerry Adams. Can somebody send? Ah, she's here. Look at at that. Isn't it lovely that we are all supporting each other? I found you, Kerry. Well done, Kerry. Look, that just shows you, sorry, I'm looking at the wording, that shows you just what a nurturing and soul nourishing group this is going to be for you, that they're helping you out even at the beginning. They want you to have this transformation as much as I want you to have this transformation. And I will say, I'm going to big myself up a bit here. I only have lovely ladies that follow me. I only have really kind, loving, caring, considerate, empathetic and compassionate women that follow me. It's just, you know, I like to believe it's, you know, like attracts like. And I'm absolutely blessed that that's my been experience of doing this work so far. I've only ever met amazing people. So there you go. So should we get ready? Should we start? We've got our lovely 8. I should have had a glass of water. So we're here for the 5-day challenge, the 5-day challenge, 5 ways that you can love yourself more. Now, some of these 5 ways might seem really obvious to you, but even if they are obvious, maybe you just haven't been practicing them as much as what you'd like to have done. Maybe you've been less intentional about loving yourself as much as what you'd like to do to feel the real benefits, because whatever you focus on, you will feel. And when you start focusing on yourself, you will start to feel the benefits of spending just meditated and intentional time with yourself. So we've got 5 days of real nourishment and love, self-love, really recognizing our own potentials, really giving ourselves that time, that respect, but mostly time, because we very rarely do that because we're busy people. When we have families and we have partners and we have children and we have jobs and we have all those things that take our time, especially as we get older, our lives are filled with so many things, but we really do forget to compartmentalize that time for ourselves. And then what tends to happen is we get to a certain age, children go, you retire from your job, you've got all this free time and you think, what do I do with it? What do I even like? What's out there for me? And you start to feel really empty because you haven't nourished yourself up until this point. Well, now's the time to start that nourishing journey. And there are 5 aspects of nourishing yourself that we are going to cover in the next 5 days. And we're going to start really obviously with loving yourself more. That's what today's about. And then tomorrow we're going to look at how to amplify your self-love. And that might seem like, well, I already love myself enough. Yeah, we all feel that. But when you start amplifying your self-love through using tools like the tool that I'm going to introduce to you tomorrow, you will feel a difference. And I will post up a testimonial from a lady that did this course who said she doesn't know how it works, but it's been transformational for her. So trust me, it's not just about me, it's about the people that have actually done this work. I do this work all the time, but for the people that do it for the first time, even the second time, really get a great benefit from it. And day 3 is about upgrading your inner circle. It's about understanding that the people that you have around you reflect how and what you think about yourself. And that can be quite scary sometimes, because when we look at the people around us, are they nourishing us? Are they healing us? Are they supporting us? Are they uplifting us? And if they are not, then we can teach them how to. And if that doesn't work, then I really will show you how you can start upgrading your inner circle so that they do reflect back everything that you need to grow as a woman. And then on day 4, I'm going to really encourage you to do whatever it is that you want to do, to dream your biggest dream, and do it afraid. Do it with your knees knocking and your voice shaking. Just do it. And I will give you tools on how you can start saying yes to the things in your life that might seem just a little bit out of reach right now. But by the time we get to day 4, you're going to feel worthy of everything that you desire. And then on day 5, the universe celebrates what's already been celebrated. And that might sound like a bit of a conundrum, but the universe really does recognize what you want for yourself. What you are putting out there, it will give you more of. So what does that tell you? If you are feeling that life is doing stuff to you and you're not feeling as fulfilled as what you like, then that's the vibration or the intention that you are putting out. And I'm going to show you how to upgrade your vibration so that you are pushing out good stuff and receiving good stuff back. Okay, right. So today, loving yourself. Now, loving yourself might seem like, well, that's really obvious. I can get my nails done, I can get my hair done, I can have a nice warm bath. That's a lovely way to nurture and love yourself. But I want to go a bit deeper than that. I want to start helping you to identify the ways in which you may limit yourself, you may not, but I'm going to invite you to start thinking about the rabbit holes that you fall down, which you don't necessarily understand, are limiting your presence in the world. So loving yourself. Going to tell you a little story. So recently myself, I've been doing this work. My name's Anne-Marie, by the way. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist. I'm a childcare trauma specialist, and I'm a confidence and empowerment coach. And I work with people from the age of 6 all the way up, and I work with men and women and children. I don't differentiate, because the one thing that all of my clients have in common is they want more for themselves. They have a higher desire for a higher purpose for their life. And most important, they want to love themselves more to be able to give more and contribute more back to the world that they came from. That's the clients that I work with. So that's why there's no niche of male or female. We're all human, and we all breathe, love, cry, and fear and shame and guilt ourselves in exactly the same. So there is no differentiation there. Now, part of what I do is I do work a lot with women, because I truly believe that women are going to be the saviors of the world, 100%. We have more awareness, we have more compassion, and we are more methodical about the way that we love. We show love in a different way to men. I'm not knocking men. They have their own ways. If you've ever read the book, The 5 Languages of Love, it will show you that people show love in different ways. They can show it through the gifts that they give, or they can show it with the words that they say, or they can show it with the actions that they do. People show love in different ways, okay? And ladies are very fortunate. We women can show love in a multitude of ways. We are so blessed to be women. And that's why I think I've attracted so many women, because I believe I have a mission and a purpose, and that is to create a ripple effect of love and joy and empowerment and beauty and compassion throughout the world. And I do that with working with amazing people like you. And then what happens is you start to feel amazing and wonderful about yourself, and you go home and you become a better parent, you become a better wife, you become a better daughter, and you become a better role model for the world. And then what happens is the people around you start to notice how you make them feel so much more special, so much more loved and heard and appreciated. Guess what happens? They go and they give exactly that to their friends, to their friends' mums, and everybody else who they meet. So little bit by little, we create a ripple effect of love in the world. Doesn't that sound beautiful? But it really does happen like that. And I'm already working with some amazing women, some of who are on here right now, who are doing just that, who are, I've spoken with them, and they have shared stories of how they have healed relationships in their family. And I'm talking close members of their family. They're healing relationships with sisters where they haven't had good relationship for years. And just because they've opened their heart and they are doing this magnificent work, they have healed the pain between them and are going on to have beautiful relationships. And I just think that's so joyful. It just gives me so much loves. So much love. So I just sounds amazing. There we go. I'm going to put some of these comments up here. Look at that. This is Alison. Alison hasn't been with us before, and nor is Sarah. We've got some new ladies who've not heard of me before, not worked with me before, and it's just a joy to get to know them as well and speak to you in person at some point. I'm sure that will happen. So because I work with women a lot, and I do these personal development programs. I do 3. One's called Flow, which is about getting into the flow of life, feeling the rhythm of life, not working against the flow of life. If you've ever tried swimming against the tide, it's really a hard work, isn't it? It really does make you have to work so hard and you get exhausted. But you know what? If you flip it around, and as soon as you start swimming back to shore with the tide, doesn't that feel like ease and flow and naturalness? And you don't have to work that hard. In fact, you can just float, because that tide of momentum will take you wherever you want to go, which is back to land. So that's what that flow program is about. And then there's Be the Real You. And this is a program which is so close to my heart, because this program changed my life, Be the Real You. And it's about recognizing what you've been tolerating as a woman, but that the child within you has been navigating yourself through life. And there may still be areas of unresolved trauma, like, you know, that feeling of that feeling of feeling invisible and not being able to speak up for yourself, and sometimes taking just, accepting events happening to you and feeling that you don't have a voice to be able to answer back. Or perhaps it's about once upon a time I used to speak really, really fast, and I thought that I had ADHD. My son has ADHD, and I realized that ADHD and those kind of neurological, psychological issues, I think they're more down to trauma. I think they're a response to severe trauma. And when I realized that, and I was able to connect the dots and understand that the reason why I spoke really quickly was because I didn't have a voice when I was younger. I didn't feel I was valuable. I didn't feel that people wanted to listen to me. So what did I do? I had a trauma reaction to that, and I became very loud, very gregarious, and I spoke really quickly because I wanted to finish my sentence and be heard. And even in the last maybe 2 or 3 months, that's the realization that I've had, you see, and in that realization, it allows me to speak evenly and clearly and slowly, because I realize I'm an adult. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm not a child anymore. And I can speak, and people do want to hear what I have to say. So can you see how just in this 5 days, your awarenesses are going to allow you to show up in the world differently? I hope you can, because it's a real truth. So I started working with, that is why Shush No More. Yes, I hear that. I hear that. That's one of the biggest reactions to trauma, is not to be able to have a voice. And so many of my clients say the same thing. And so many of them are able to by the end of working with me. And it's just beautiful. In fact, some of them, I just remember Emma Jane once saying to me, she couldn't do something, and I wouldn't have been able to tell you that before, so it's your fault. And it just made me laugh, because it's true. So I work with women. I do work with men as well, but I really concentrate on women. And one of the things that I'm creating is a women's sisterhood, where we all work together to support each other, to grow each other and create the reality for all of us. Because let's face it, we are all aligned in that we want a better world for ourselves and for our children and for our loved ones. Okay, so this sisterhood is truly about that. But what I realized was, I'm a very nice person, and I know a lot about healing trauma and drama, and I know a lot about life coaching, but did I know about leading a women's group, or should I just take it for granted that I knew? Well, I did in the beginning, but then I really thought about it, and I thought, I want this group to be meaningful and nurturing. So guess what? I signed up for a 12-week program to learn how to lead a sisterhood circle, and I'm doing that right now. And that brought up a whole load of stuff for me, as will this 5-day challenge for you. It will bring up stuff for you that maybe you haven't thought about for a long time. For me, signing up for this sisterhood, leading a sisterhood circle, it took me back to 2 years ago, and I was invited to be part of a circle, a sister circle, with a very well-known, she's actually a prolific woman. She invited me to be part of this circle, and it was all about being vulnerable and open. And I joined this group. A friend of mine invited me to this group, and I joined it. And I just found that a lot of what this woman said really triggered me. And I just felt like I always wanted to be, I didn't want to say yes all the time. And I don't know what it was about her, but she made me want to answer back all the time. I've just realized I've got the, everybody can hear me because I can see, but I've got the headphones still plugged in. I don't know what that's about. So she made me uncomfortable about myself. She really did. And eventually what happened was, there were 12 women in the group. Eventually I just didn't feel comfortable enough to stay there. So I said to my friend, I'm going to leave, because I feel like I'm holding everybody up. I feel like I'm the only one, and that's not getting it, that doesn't feel comfortable. I feel like I'm the only one that talks in the group. Everybody else lies and pretends they're happy, and I'm the only one telling the truth, but it's all coming back on me. I'm going to leave. So she went, oh, no, don't leave. I said, no, I'm going to leave. So what happened then is, she actually went to the circle leader the next day, really early, about 8 o'clock in the morning, and she left. Right. And then she texted me and she said, oh my gosh, I agree entirely with what you say. I was too scared to say anything, but you've given me the inspiration and the encouragement to leave. I've left, which is really not what I wanted to hear, because I wanted to leave, and now I've got to leave after somebody else, and I'm already feeling uncomfortable. And I'm thinking now she's going to blame me because that woman's left. So I made an appointment to speak with her, and we spoke, and sure enough, she did think it was me that had made the other person that leave. And she said that I triggered her as well. And she was quite resentful towards me. I just couldn't work it out. Anyway, I left. Still stayed friends with my friend, and I left, and that was that. Then another woman from another circle heard about this and came to me and said, look, I don't know what's gone on, but I want to give you another opportunity. Come to our circle. We'd love to have you. So I went along, really grateful that I'd been rescued. And this woman was even bigger than the lower woman. So I was really, oh yeah, look, I'm somebody exciting and interesting. And when I got there, I kind of fidget about a lot. I know that. And the lady kept looking at me while we were on Zoom, kept looking. I thought, why is she looking at me? And at the end of it, she said to me, Anne-Marie, do you need to keep fidgeting like that? And I said, oh, I didn't think I was. And she went, yeah, and it's really distracting me. You're triggering me. So I said, oh, okay. Anyway, at the end of that call, she actually rang me and spoke to me personally and said, I don't mean to be rude, and it's not personal against you, but there's something about you that really triggers me. And I was like, wow, I felt really hurt. Because that was now 2 sister circles that I'd been very unceremoniously kicked out of, and I still didn't know why. So guess what that did for me? It triggered me. And it triggered me back to my childhood. It triggered me back to when I was 2 years of age. And my mum came with me to the children's home in Sydenham, southeast London. And we came on that day, and she left me there. She left me at 2 years old. I can remember looking up at her thinking, oh my God, I love my mum. She's so beautiful. She's so tall. She was 4'6". Shows how small I was, doesn't it? And she walked out the door, and I never, ever saw her again. So those 2 ladies and those 2 groups triggered my biggest fear of abandonment and rejection. And it was so painful. And I hadn't realized that at the time. I was thinking, well, it's all their problem. I haven't done anything. What's wrong with them? What's wrong with them? Don't we do that sometimes when we have a difficult situation in our life? Don't we look to blame the other person? It's very rare that we want to take accountability and responsibility for something that makes us feel really awful. I know that because I did that for many, many years. I carried around my story like it was my most prized possession. I couldn't wait to tell people that I'd been in care, that I wasn't loved, that I was unlovable, and that's why I'm naughty, and that's why I'm this, and that's why I'm that. I made all sorts of excuses to myself in my story. And even though I'd left that story behind, I was still carrying this story of abandonment. And I totally thought, well, it's your problem, not mine. Until this time. And about a month ago, I was invited to learn how to lead a sister circle. And I thought, oh, wow, can I do this again? I'm really scared. I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want to be rejected again. So I didn't do anything about it. And then I thought, no, I need to do this because I haven't been able to complete this cycle. So I need to do it. So I accepted to join this circle. I have to pay for it. And I paid my first installment. And the lady was like, you didn't come to the training on whatever. And I said, I had a client. I couldn't come. She said, oh, you signed up for this time. I said, yeah, I signed up for 7 p.m. She went, oh, it's Canadian time. You're in Europe. That's why the times are different. You need to change. And I said, oh, okay then. And I said, oh, I'm sorry if I messed things up, but I didn't realize that I hadn't done anything wrong. And she didn't even respond back and say, it's okay. So I came on the training with her, and guess what? She looked, and I'm not even joking, exactly like the last 2 women. That was what was common about the last 2 women that had been leading the circles that I was in. They all had very long hair. They all looked very angelic. They looked like angels, and they all looked the same. Now, is that a coincidence? Is that a synchronicity? I don't know. I'll leave that for you to think about. But this woman looked exactly the same. And you know what? She felt exactly the same. She spoke exactly the same. And she had the same mannerisms. And already I'm triggered. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to do this sister circle because she just brings back everything that happened with the last 2. And that, in that moment, was when I realized that it wasn't them. It was the lesson being brought to me again because I didn't complete it with the first circle and I didn't complete it with the second circle. And now I wanted to run away from the third circle because it triggered me. But in that moment of realization, of realizing that's what's come to me for the third time, I realized it's about my abandonment issues, and that none of those 3 women had abandoned me. I abandoned myself. Does that make sense? And I realized that I couldn't do that again. I couldn't abandon myself again. I had to stay all in. So I'm still on the course, and sometimes it triggers me. And there are a lot of tears because it's a lot of realization. I've been carrying this for 54 years, but I'm still doing it. And that's what I want to share with you today. There are going to be times throughout this journey that you are going to feel like it's not worth it. I don't want to do it. It's too painful. I don't need to drag this up in front of everybody. I just don't need to do it. You're going to feel like that. By Wednesday, possibly, maybe half of you won't be here because you won't love yourself enough to be able to make the journey all the way through to Friday, all the way through to Saturday. And when I do the draw for all the prizes, did you know there were prizes? I don't think I said anything about prizes, and you're still here. That shows you what you're really here for. You're not here for the prizes. You're here for you. And I want you to make a commitment to yourself. You can put it in the writing right there. I'm going to watch it. Make a commitment to yourself. I commit to allowing myself to go through this journey and become a bigger version of me. Make that commitment to yourself. Or you could put it as an intention. My intention is to do the whole 5 days. Joining late, we'll start on replay. Thanks, Emma Jane. We were just, I was just inviting all of the lovely ladies on here to make a commitment to themselves that they will honor their journey for the whole 5-7 days that we are here, even if it gets tough, because I will be here for me. I will make sure I turn up every day. I will commit to finishing the journey that started for me a long time ago. I will commit to coming out of the end, coming out the other side a better. Sarah, I commit to allow myself to go through this journey and intend to do the full 5 days. That's massive respect to you, Sarah, because I know how difficult it is, and I know where you've come from because we met in Clubhouse. So I know your journey. I feel your journey. I'm so connected to your journey, and I'm also connected to you coming out the other end, an enlightened, lighter, happier person. That's my commitment to you. I commit and intend to go through this journey to the duration. Well done, Kerry. I commit to the journey. Well done, Alison. Well done. I have noticed the change with your speech, Anne-Marie. Well done. Oh, thank you, Lucy. Thank you. It's a journey, and it's a beautiful journey. And I'm just so blessed that I get the opportunity to share it with so many ladies, that we all, because the way I see it, when I win, you win. When you win, I win. When she wins, we all win. Because this is a journey. This is not about a journey to win as an isolated person. This is about a journey to lift us all up, because we are all a oneness, aren't we? We are all connected. We are all connected to each other, not just by blood, because we all started somewhere and we are all branches of each other, but we are connected by our hearts, by our universal connection to the universe. I commit to this journey. Thank you, Sarah Jane. I also commit and intend to go all the way through this and come back a happy woman. Amen to that, Jackie. I can see some beautiful journeys are going to unfold here. So that's where we're starting. We are honoring ourselves. We are committing to ourselves to give ourselves the loves we truly, richly deserve. And that by the end of this 5 days, we will have a better understanding of what we need, what we've been crying out for, what that small inner child inside you is still talking to you and crying out, please do this for me. Because I know that's what I wasn't hearing. When I was being angry at everybody else, I wasn't listening to my inner self, that little child inside me that needed a resolution from when I was really little. I was just being angry at the world. I wasn't connected to me. I wasn't connected to anything. I was not connected to anything. And the journey to connect back to me, to come home to my heart, to come home to me, to really connect each and every part of me to me, has been the most beautiful journey. And I just wish I could have done it sooner. I truly wish that. But you know what? Everything happens in its divine time. And so it had to happen now. Just going to breathe that in. Beautiful. I commit myself to this journey. Lucy, thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you're committing to your journey. You're a beautiful person. So I just, we've done the commitment, which is the most important part of the journey, because from here on, you've made an intention, you've made a commitment to yourself, and you will really start to feel that resonating, because the words that you say outwards or the writing that you do, it goes into your subconscious brain. And now that you've said it, your brain, which is your subconscious brain, which is processing 40 million bits of information every single minute, right? 40 million bits of information. What you've just said and what you've just written is going into your subconscious, and it will become embedded there. And your mind now will find ways, and it will try to resolve and give you a solution as to how you can do that. When you say it, when you write it, your mind, your brain, your conscious and your subconscious work together to make that become a reality. So say congratulations to yourself right now. You've already done it. You're here for the 5 days. Brilliant. So before we go, because I'm going to keep these short and sweet, we've got a workbook. I hope you've all received your workbook and you've downloaded it. And it talks about what but I've made it easier this time, because the reason why I ask you to write down and read it and match up the words is so that that learning is more deeply embedded into your subconscious, into your psyche. Okay. I have one other small bit of information to share with you, which I feel a little bit embarrassed about, because again, when you become a different person, it's about stepping into that new persona that you're creating, and that can be a little bit challenging, because there's going to be times when you're going to go back to the old you, but this new you is going to feel so deliciously juicy and free and lighter. You're going to really enjoy this. And today I've had the opportunity to step into a new version of me as well. Nobody else knows this. It's only news today, but a very, very good friend of mine who is she's an ambassador for the UK around the world, and she speaks around the world, has actually nominated me for a doctorate of philosophy. And that's very humbling indeed, very humbling indeed. And she specifically set up an appointment today to give me that news. So I feel very honored and humbled and ready to step into my new persona. We're doing this together. You're not doing this alone. We're doing this together. We're both stepping into new versions of ourselves. So I want to just give you a bit of a visioning exercise for your journey at the other end. Okay. So if it helps you just to close your eyes a minute and just center yourself and just take a couple of deep breaths in and just take them in through your nose and hold it for a count of 3 seconds, and then just breathe very slowly all the way out, so you can just center and ground yourself. Okay, you can do this with me, and we'll do it 3 times. So calming. And again, hold it for 3 and release slowly. Okay, now with your eyes open or with your eyes closed, I just want to do a bit of a visioning exercise with you. I want you to imagine that you're in your rocking chair and you're sitting in your porch on a lovely day like this. Maybe it's a veranda or wherever you are, but you're just sitting in a rocking chair and you're just really calm and in a relaxed place and in a relaxed space, and you're just contemplating. All right, you're just contemplating the life that you've had. All right, so I want you to try and envisage yourself as the person that you're going to be then. Who are you? Let's put an age to this. Let's say it's somebody of 80 years of age on the veranda, sitting there rocking. I've got a rocking chair here, and just thinking, who am I? What do I feel like as an 80-year-old person? Am I achieved? Have I done everything that I set out to do? Did I achieve most of those goals? Okay. And then think about, what was the experiences that I really valued, that I really thank the universe or whatever religious icon you celebrate, or even none at all? What do I really value about the life that I've had? Think about that. What do I really value? What brought me the most joy in my life? And I wonder, if your eyes are closed, what visions are flashing through your mind? Is it that your children are grown up and they're balanced and leading really positive and empowered lives? Is it that you left a legacy, that you made a difference in the world? Is it that you committed, like today, to your dreams and that you ticked them off one by one, but that you realized it was the experience of achieving them that gave you more joy than actually getting where you got to? What are the things that you valued that give you a sense of fulfillment? You know, that sense of fulfillment, that sense of achievement. When's the last time you felt that? I'm trying to think of the last time I felt that. The last time I felt that was when I agreed, when I said to myself, I'm going to do this sister circle, no matter what happens, no matter what I have to experience, no matter how much I cry, no matter how much I feel uncomfortable, I am going to complete this, because the last 2 times I didn't, and this time I'm doing it. I'm committing to me. And I really had a sense of fulfillment and value when I said that. I haven't finished it yet, but the sense of achievement of knowing I'm going to do it is already there. Just like what you've done with those commitments. You committed, you already know you're going to achieve this. Isn't that a wonderful feeling? So perhaps you're going to be able to consider how your life unfolded in the following areas. Okay. Consider how your life unfolded with your family. How did your life unfold with your friends? What kind of friends did you have? Were they friends to the end? Can you see them with you as older women sitting on a park bench? My friend always used to say that to me. It'll only be me and you sitting on a park bench in the end, Annie. Can you see that for your friends? What friend will it be that will be there with you on that park bench? Will it be a very long park bench, or will it just be a park bench for 2? Yeah. And think about your partner. Do you have a partner? Will it be your partner sitting there? What will you be saying to each other about that time, that journey that you've had together? Or maybe if you're a single person, I'm a single person, maybe you can envisage who that person would be sitting there. What's he going to be like? What are the qualities and the values that you value in him or her? What does it feel like to know that you've had this amazing adventure together? What are you congratulating yourselves about? What are you laughing about? Or maybe it's your career. What did you achieve? What did you set out for yourself to achieve? Looking back when you're 80, oh my gosh, I have amazing visions of going all over the world and speaking about childhood trauma and releasing people from the prisons of their own minds. I look out into the audience and I see those people, and I see the tears of the people that realize for the first time that they can be free of that heavy imprisonment that they've carried with them for so long. That makes me cry when I think about that. What's your dream? What's your legacy? What have you left behind as that 80-year-old woman sitting on the rocking chair? Maybe you're so fit and strong and healthy, you're not even rocking, you're sitting up straight, you're still feeling really empowered, you're still excited about life. I know I will be. And what about your home? Is this the home that you're in now? Is that the home that you're going to be in when you're 80? Have you moved? Are you living an alternative kind of lifestyle? Are you traveling around the world in one of those camper vans? Have you moved to a warmer climate? What are you looking back on and thinking, yeah, I did that for myself. I feel amazing. I feel so achieved. I feel so fulfilled. And I know that if I were to leave this world tomorrow, I'm so achieved. What does that look like for you? That's so achieved. And finally, I wonder what you can see around you. Have a look around you, whether you've got your eyes closed or whether you've got them open. Sitting on that veranda, have a look around you. What does your surroundings show you about what you achieved for yourself? How does that make you feel? These are the dreams and the aspirations that we have that carry us forward every day. These are the dreams and the aspirations that allow us to wake up and have those big dreams, that allow us to get up and have desire, passion, to reach our potential. But we have to have them. So what this journey is also about is starting to make you think about, what do you want for your life? What does fulfillment mean to you? And what does a life of someone who has loved themselves deeply, what does that look like? That's the journey we're going on. This is my dream on a rocking chair on a porch. What do we have here? Oh, thank you, Julie Marie. We are so in line. We are so in line for what we want to achieve for ourselves, sitting on that porch and just thinking, I have everything that I totally knew that I could have. I lifted the limitations off of my childhood, off of my past, off of the negativity that people put on me. I broke out of all of that. I rise, and I became the version of me that I dreamed about. When I spoke to Anne-Marie that day, I became that version. And isn't that a wonderful thought? So today your challenge is, I would like for you that my dream house. Yeah, beautiful, Sarah Jane. And really, when you're thinking about your dream house, try and put some texture and some 3D to it. Look at the colors. What does it smell like in your house, in your dream house? For me, lavender candles, freesias, forget-me-nots. Every house I walk in, there's going to be candles or flowers that are I'm going to be taken back to a beautiful wild meadow. That's what my house is going to smell of, wild meadow. And there's always going to be music playing, whether it's classical music or whatever the music that particular celebration or event allows. I'm going to have a lot of music. I'm going to have a lot of space, and I'm going to have a lot of color in my house. There'll be a lot of white, but the white and cream will be the base and baby beige, but there will be lime green and there will be deep purple as well. What does your house look like? What does it sound like? Who are the kind of people that come to visit your house? Isn't that beautiful? I could see it all. Fabulous. Thank you. You are so, so welcome. So your challenge for today was to, let's have a little look. I think it's to introduce yourself in the group. Now, very often, because it's the first day, it's a big challenge for ladies to introduce themselves on a video. But you know what? We have big dreams for this journey, don't we? We want to achieve a lot. So let's hit the ground running. Whether it's just to say, hi, my name's Jackie, and I have a dream that I'm going to leave a legacy. Your name and your dream. And the reason why I say your dream is because years ago, 3 years ago, in fact, I used to do a lot of Facebook Lives. I do still do them. And I remember one specifically, I made this Facebook Live and I spoke about how I wanted to have my own radio show and I wanted to have my own TV show. And I felt very embarrassed to say it because, like, who has a radio show, right? Who has a TV show? Nobody that I know. So it was a little bit brave of me to say it. And I thought people might laugh at me. No one laughed. And they certainly weren't laughing when a year later, I'm on the radio. I have a radio show. It's called The High Vibe Tribe, and it's on wellbeingradio.co.uk. I have that now. It's a reality because I spoke it into existence. I asked for a radio. I asked for a TV show. I actually have a TV show now. It's not going to be coming out for a while, but I have that because I spoke it into existence. And they were things that I never believed could be true for me. Never believed they could be true for me. What is it that you don't think could be true for you, but that you are going to be brave enough to speak out loud? That's what I'd like to hear in your introduction. My name is, and my biggest dream is, say it out loud. Be brave enough to speak your biggest dreams into existence. And that's just day one. That's all we're going to do. We're going to break you in gently, but with joy and love so that you can celebrate your journey. Okay? And that's, the thread. There will be a thread. It will be challenge day one. It will have already gone up because Jean, that's what she does. And if it hasn't, it will go up by tomorrow. I'll just remind her. That's all I need you to do. Just introduce yourself and share your biggest dream. It could be a childhood dream that you're reviving. How about that? Think about how many dreams you've had that have just died, that they just died. And the thing is, they weren't given to me. They were given to you and only you. And you can be guaranteed if you don't fulfill those dreams, somebody out there will fulfill your dream. Happened to me loads of times. I've had fantastic ideas and I thought, oh, I'll do that next year. Somebody did it. So don't let your dream be stolen or taken away from you. Claim your dream, your biggest dream. And that will all be in challenge one. And that's it for today, ladies. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm really honoured that you are sharing this journey with me and that I can share this journey with you. And I'll see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. If you've got any questions, you can DM me directly, or you can put them in the group. We have beautiful concierges in the group that were there the last time, and they've all, there's videos of them. So if you go back in the group and you want to see testimonials of some of the ladies that I've worked with and the amazing transformations that have happened for them, they'll be in the group. Also, on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, we will have 3 live testimonials from women that I've worked with that want to share amazing stories with you. Hi, I'm Julia. I have a dream to be financially free, living a freedom lifestyle, being on stage, talking about my childhood traumas. I'm going to publish my autobiography and live in my dream house with a porch in the country. I love it, Julie. I love it. Can you copy and paste that and put it in the group? That needs to go in the group. That's beautiful. Lo, I've jumped too far ahead. No, you're never too far ahead. You're fine. Thank you, Anne-Marie. You're welcome, Alison. Please, can you send me the workbook? Absolutely, Sarah. Thank you, Marie. Hey, Riri. Mwah. Kerry, so lovely. I'm so glad you found us. And Sarah Jane, so glad you're here too. And I'll see you all same time tomorrow. If you haven't got a workbook, DM me, please. Who was that? That was Sarah. Yeah. If you haven't got a workbook, DM me. Any questions in the group. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.